The 365 Pro Wrestling.
365 Nation, Eddie Osborne here, and I have a very special guest today. I have none other than Ocho from Island Owl Trucks. Ocho, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me. I was a little surprised when I got the call, but I'm pretty excited. You got lots happening, man. I'm super stoked for everything 365.
And the reason I asked Ocho was because we talked about this all December, half of November, and then we didn't see each other at all in January when we were doing it.
Well, things got pretty busy for me, and obviously you were busy getting everything started, and I think it's pretty cool that you got stuff happening here in BC, you got stuff happening in Ontario, and even more so, I'm impressed with the fact that you're consistently doing these podcasts, man. I wasn't sure at first, and then you banged out the first month, and you keep going, so I'm impressed. I'm proud of you, bro.
And that's something, thank you, I appreciate that. That's something I've seen from your guys' crew. You guys are doing daily posts, every single day a video. I'm like, they're nuts. And Elian Habanero also, he did the Willow show every single day for a year. I'm like, it can't be that hard. It's hard. It's a lot of work, and so I commend you guys for doing that. And hopefully these people are enjoying it. If it's only one person listening, I'm so happy. It was 47 people listening. I'm thrilled we get to that 100 mark. I'm tickling my own fancy. But no, it's been really good. It's been a lot of fun. I'm learning. I know the first ones were terrible. I'm trying to get a little bit better every time, and that's what I learned from you guys. I watch your stuff every day.
Well, you want to get more viewership on your podcast, so you got me to come on here? Well, I'm pretty honored that way anyways. But yeah, you know what? Car sales is a lot like pro wrestling in my eyes anyway, right? You got to promote, you got to put yourself out there, you get yourself over in a sense so that clients come to you, and that's kind of how Island Owl Trucks is all about. We're grassroots, and I think that you could probably say that about your wrestling company, this kind of in a similar fashion, right? So I'm just grateful that, we've had some conversations about what seems to work for me, and you've been able to implement that with the wrestling. And honestly, man, you keep grinding like this, it's gonna pay off. It has to pay off, man.
For sure, and that's exactly what it's all about. Ocho, I call him Aaron sometimes. It's okay, I can break that fourth wall. But he's been helping me for a long time, giving me ideas, saying just keep going this way. And that's what I think wrestling and auto sales is similar, because we're both trying to sell something, but we want to make sure our customers get the greatest product they can get so that they come back again, and they tell their friends. And so that's why I think like everything is wrestling in life. Like wrestling is 365 to me.
It's completely relatable, man. I mean, I know wrestling back in the day, everything kind of had that aura to it. You could compare those things, right? And it's in car sales. The funny thing is that like you guys, if let's say you don't have the best turnout at a show, right? For car sales, it's like that deal that got away.
Yep.
Well, what's the decision that you make from there? Do you just sit and wallow in self-pity, or do you pick up the phone, or do you get back out there and poster, or whatever it is that you have to do, and you apply that and you keep doing it, because eventually it's got to pay off. Consistency always pays off. No matter what is going on, if you're willing to keep grinding, keep moving forward, the payoff's going to come, right? And what I've learned anyways is to delay that gratification sometimes is the most important part of the puzzle. If I'm not focused on, I just want it to work out, and I'm focused on just the product, it's going to happen. I mean, it's no different. Look at the Wrestling Garage. I was doing that,
yep.
Right? My life kind of got in the way of it, between recovery-based stuff, work, time with my kids. Yeah. It's really hard to fit that in, and that was something that I was super passionate about. And I was digging in and doing that stuff consistently, and that's what I'm seeing from your wrestling company nowadays, right? So it's one of those things, if you're super passionate about it and you've got the wherewithal, the balls even to just dive in and keep doing it. I mean, yeah, we're still kids, man. We're chasing dreams, right?
Hell yeah, man. And we've had some huge successes. Ontario was amazing. BC wasn't so great out here. I can blame it on a windstorm or ferries didn't come, or we only had 6 wrestlers, but that's just making me want to work harder to get more asses in seats. So no matter what, like you said, yeah, I had a failure, but I can't just say, oh crap, what am I going to do? I got to keep going out and trying to make it bigger and better. And that's what I want to do. So we're coming back February 22nd. We're going to crown a champion. We have a whole lot of new faces on this poster that I think they're all super talented, and I hope people are excited to see them.
Yeah, dude. I think it's back to the whole thing with the last show, and things didn't work out, and the fairies, blah blah blah. I was actually chatting with a guy who, you had a show last year that was fairly similar, and on it Brett Matthews ended up wrestling like 3 or 4 times, right? And it was a similar situation. Guys couldn't make it. And he said, he was like, even though you could tell that there was only a few guys that were at that show, he's like, they worked their asses off. So I think that wrestling's kind of like at a point right now where things are hot. People are enjoying it. The hardcore fans couldn't be happier. And there's people that are casual viewers that are just like, wow, this is good product, the athleticism. So you take guys that are hungry, that live on the island or the mainland, they want to come over, they want to get work, they want to stay busy. I mean, there's several wrestling companies within 250 kilometers of each other. But now you really break it down. Think about how many wrestlers there are that want to get out there now, right? So these guys come in, they're hungry, so you know that you're going to see a good show. Well, I know I'm going to. Yep. I know if I go to a show, I'm going to be like, this is going to be insane. You know what? Jordy Taylor's going to be waving his ass around. Judas Icarus, the guy's the most talented guy I've seen in the last 10 years. You take Beast Boy, who's all sorts of hardcore, it seems, these days. And then you get guys like Cremator Von Slasher, he's steadfast, 20 years in the business, still doing that, a real attraction, so to speak. So there's a bit of everything that goes into these shows. And that's cool that not only do the fans get to know a lot of guys like a Nolan James on Vancouver Island, but then they get like the Voros twins coming over who have been competing, in Ring of Honor, right? So it's a good contrast.
And it's really sweet because, sure, I haven't had the greatest success here in Canada recording yet, but down island, they're killing it in Nanaimo, Victoria. The VIPW is selling out time after time. They got great stories. They got great wrestlers. So wrestling's huge in ECCW. They have their ballrooms, great huge shows. Their Saperton shows are doing amazing. So the Pacific Northwest as a whole is on the map now. And it's really cool because I'm out of Ontario based in a way. I came back here, yes, but I'm still got roots in Ontario, and people in Ontario are starting to talk about the PNW. So that's really cool. And like one day my goal will be to get enough of the PNW guys out to Ontario, and the Ontario goes out here and do some kind of mixed show.
Yeah, kind of like the old SmackDown versus Raw brand. Well, I think that's awesome. I mean, Ontario, that's where you started, your promoter, hat, so to speak. But even those guys that are out there, because of the way that you have things set up through your Facebook and YouTube, people are going to see those guys. Yeah. So those, whether they realize it or not at the time, guys that are out east, they're getting watched here in BC and vice versa. So, I mean, that part's pretty cool too, because that might end up being like, hey, this guy that's out there, he's got, his whole persona and character, whatever you want to call it, we want to see that in BC, right? So that's the benefits of the social media age we live in, is that you never know what could blow up on YouTube. I mean, we post stuff. At the Wrestling Garage, we were posting matches. We weren't getting a ton of viewership, but then a 4-way got like over 1,000 hits. Why is that? Well, I think it's because of Ray Von Slasher.
Probably,
because people want to see women wrestle these days, because in a lot of cases, and correct me if I'm wrong, they seem to kick the shit out of each other even to a higher level than the men are doing these days. Yeah, well, hey, let me ask you a question. I know I always like to throw curveballs. Judas Icarus winning the title over in ECCW, how'd that make you feel?
I was proud of him, man. Big time proud of him. And yes, because I'm his trainer, but also I like history in wrestling title belts. And he's only the 3rd guy, I believe, who's held the ECCW championship who's been from the island.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh, Cremator?
Cremator and... was it Brett Prime? No, there's another guy. I know his name. I had it down. Pete Powers. I think Pete Powers was champ, and then Cremator. Pete Powers in 08, Cremator in 13, I believe, and now Icarus in 20. And that's like I like that stuff. I'm still like island strong, island proud. I love the island.
You know, and you kind of got me thinking. I know that I started going off sideways anyways.
No worries.
You take Judas and Beef Boy, who have been teaming up, who have been facing each other, and it's an amazing thing because people like these two have this competitive nature when they go head to head, but then they also team up. Like, there's no way we live in a social media world and don't know the fact that these two are VIPW tag team champions, but they're also wrestling one-on-one. The thing that I think is incredible is that these matches that they're having across the border are coming this way now.
Yeah.
So you take those two competing against 4 minutes of heat.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, man?
It's gonna be amazing.
4 minutes of heat is on my Facebook feed more than anything else I see. Okay, whether it's those Red Bulls, whether it's them posting those great pictures with their tongues hanging out, or some of those. What was that one move I saw where they had him like?
It was like a double destroyer.
Yeah, that was just like, see, that kind of stuff. Like,
unfortunately, we had a little bit of audio issues there, but we're going to continue on with Ocho and the rest of this podcast.
Pictures, whatever I need to do to get the job done. People like to see that stuff. So as a wrestler, that, you know, you take a guy like Beef Boy as an example. Anybody that actually has spent any time with Beef Boy is gonna go like, this guy is the shit.
Yep.
I'm loving every minute of it, right? But I think that there's a lot of fans that probably watch him that know that already, but then there's people that maybe don't know when they see him and they go like, he's not actually 7'4". He's not actually 620 pounds. Well, what goes into that whole aura? It would be hilarious to see him just go through a convenience store and absolutely annihilate it, right? Like, who knows? I know I'm thinking ridiculous, but Jordy Taylor is an example. Like, Jordy Taylor is constantly putting stuff on social media, and it almost gets to be too much. But I love every bit of it because he's posting his ass, this whole thing with his belts.
Naming them,
like, that shit is forward thinking. That stuff makes him stand out. And I think that for any promoter, that elevates their belt because he's constantly, this is Rachel. No, that's the VIPW title. And I know 365 Wrestling, we're all over the place talking about different things, but the reality is that for you, for your brand, consistently putting out a podcast for people to listen to tune into, that's going to make a difference. Doing some stuff that's different. You know, you've got Elian, for instance, he's doing stuff, and he's even admitted, he's like, I'm getting out of the comfort zone doing this stuff. And that's the thing, when we consistently do stuff, it becomes more natural, and then it's not like this, hey, you know, you just do yourself. Wait, that sounds...
Whoa.
Maybe you do yourself.
Maybe. But no, that's a huge thing. Big shout out to Elian. He does a weekly whisper every single week, and I don't even feed him much stuff. He just looks at the results. He asks me about like who's wrestling maybe next show, and then he just goes with it. He flies with it. He writes his own script, everything, and he sends it out to me every freaking Monday night so I can have it up Tuesday morning.
Well, I always found with Elian, in my experience knowing him, is that he's always kind of been like a kind of guy, right? Like it just goes with it. But then this stuff, that doing those YouTube videos every day, it instilled in him that he's like, this, I can do this. So then it's like, hey, what about this? Yeah, sure, I can tackle that too. And that's in some ways lacking, right? People that want to jump in and just go, yeah, let's just do it. Like, Elian is a very selfless person. That's what I've always seen from him. Whether you look at the things that he's doing for people, I mean, even I'll break down that fourth wall. As a father, his loyalty to his son and raising him, he's put him first. But more so, anybody who hasn't seen Elian in the ring should look it up on YouTube. That guy's given his body to this business to help people. So, I mean, that kind of stuff, it's good to see that it's coming back to him too. He's getting that exposure. He's beloved. Let's face it, he's beloved.
Again with a few audio issues, but this one, it's been a great one. We're going to wrap it up right now. I'm going to give you Ocho's contact information and where you can find him online.
How can people get in touch with you, and where would they buy a great car if they wanted one?
Oh, well, if you're on the Vancouver Island or surrounding region, I would suggest coming down to Island Owl Truck and Auto Sales here in Campbell River. You can call us, 250-914-1695. Or you can check us out on Facebook. We've got tens of thousands of likes. People are constantly watching our videos. They're pretty wild and out there. Or you can, hey, add me as a friend on Facebook, Aaron Curran. That's my real name.
Thanks so much, man. You have a good night.